So I heard a knock on my door. Let's find out who this is, or what this is. This is a package for me. Very funky looking package, I like it. Look at that, that's crazy, that's beautiful looking. Let's see if we can get some lights in here and go back to the old way of doing things for a minute. Hi there, how are you? Normally I'd say welcome to the Informed Consumer channel, but today technically this is an episode of the Lost Sneaker Tapes. The reason why this is an episode of the Lost Sneaker Tapes is because this is more of a fashion thing than anything else. Apart from the reflections or anything, I don't have my monitor or secondary units, secondary monitors and other things to sort of see what the visuals look like. So if something is out of scale, I'm in a remote location. I don't have my regular kit, and so I'm just going to try to do the best that I can. I don't even have my regular unboxing knife, but I'm going to try to do the best that I can in a much more zoomed in video style because I want the quality to still remain good because I'm filming using my phone. Now, this is a package that obviously I picked up from Amazon. And I'm going to explain what this is as we go. I hope you open these like a bag of chips, I'm guessing? Sure. I like the packaging, by the way. If this is the new Amazon thing that they're doing, they're showing flowers and whatnot. So, this is basically what we are doing today. As you can see, I'm in my PJs. I'm kind of at home chilling. Now I ordered some drawstrings that I wanted from Amazon, and the reason why I wanted these drawstrings actually has to do with the fact that I have a pair of old sweatpants that I have, and a few other things. I have a pair of these old sweatpants. These things are easily a decade old. They're comfortable. I wear them now. I've lost a lot of weight, and so a lot of the clothes that I normally would wear don't fit very well at the moment. So because they don't fit very well at the moment, you end up finding the things that you like and sticking with them. So I'm in that phase now where I'm sticking with a lot of the things that I like, or at least the things that make sense. I'm just trying to get rid of the reflection here for a second, sorry. So one of the things that I wanted to do was find a way to then sort of get these drawstrings to go in, and apparently this is a drawstring threader, so it has that. Great for replacing or adding drawstrings in hoods, bags, totes, active and loungewear. Easy to use. Two size eyes will hold most drawstrings. So number one, the reason why I put this on the fashion channel, because I feel like this is more fashion related, and also at the end of the day, really there are no other tools that are in there that I could really show off. I was expecting a few more things, eyelets and things like that, but really there's not too much in there in terms of pieces. I think they put a few, I don't know what you call these, but they're just there to sort of hold things, and I guess clips to sort of stop the drawstrings. I don't know what these other tools do. Maybe they're there to push something. We'll find that out in a minute. If I'm missing something, I'll be able to tell you. But this is a two-piecer. So the fact that you've got two pieces, there's no size difference. It says 23 inch, you know, just a drawstring threader. It's not fancy. These are just some black pants that I had. I was thinking a white cable, but then I'm just thinking, you know what, they're black pants. Either I'm going to put a white cable in there, or I'm going to choose something creamy, maybe something yellow, something like that, where I don't want to really stain them. Let's have a look and let's see what the cables are and what the options are really, or realistically, and if they're all the same length or not. Let's have a look at the whites. It's a cream, there's a white. This is kind of like a cream. You know what, I'll stick with black just to save us the trouble. Hopefully this will be enough to actually go around the waist. If not, then I'll have to add one of those clips to at least stop it from popping out again. Or maybe double up the cable, I don't know. I'll figure it out as we go, but here we go. So according to this, I think you're supposed to put one through, which is very hard, but maybe it's supposed to be like that to stop it from slipping out. Trying to get the second one to go through the poker is not easy. And then I'm guessing once it stretches in, let's try this again, because I was hoping that maybe they'll have like a flat tip, but it's not easy. Jeez. And I don't want to break it, because to me the whole purpose of this was to make life easier, not harder. Okay, so I get the feeling that's not going to happen. I was going to say that maybe, just maybe, but no, I don't see it. Let's have a quick look here and see how I managed to stretch this out. I get it, it's slightly bigger, but just in case maybe I've done something wrong. I'm not approaching this properly. No. One of the things that I hate about using my phone to record is phone calls. People want to interrupt you a lot. Let's have a look. All right, so that's not going to happen. So if that's not going to happen, let's actually see if the threading aspect of it at least is going to work. So put something through here, that's what she said. Put it in there somewhere. Let's have a look. With these, the holes are inside. Right. No, that's backwards. Alright. So the holes are inside. Let's try and let's see if this will really work. Because again, plastic, number one. Always just a hard set of circumstances, and it's fairly a sharp tip, so oh, no. I think we're doing this wrong. Insert the blunt end, apparently. So I didn't read the instructions properly. So the blunt end is the one that makes so much sense. Alright, so let's see if this is going to pan out the way that I would like it to. Because if it's the blunt end, that makes a bit more sense, because geez, life becomes a little bit crazier. Alright, let's have a look. Ooh. Something is stopping, and I'm wondering if that was probably one of the reasons. But maybe this was one of those where they thread it and then they stop it halfway, and then you've got cables sticking out the other end. And then the question becomes, why the hell would you do that? I think that's what they did, because I can see some stitching here. Well, that sucks. Because the purpose of buying this, please tell me, no. Oh no, perfect, okay, so that went through. I was going to say, geez, that sucks. It's not easy, by the way. Easier, but not easy. You just have to keep pushing it so that it keeps gathering on one end. And how much more do we have to go? We've got a fair way to go. Insert blunt end casing, pull threader through case until drawstring is completely threaded in casing, which is what we're doing. I'm not too worried about pulling the cable too much just yet, but maybe I should, just to make things a little bit easier. Get rid of some tension. The issue is finding all the grooves within this space. I thought we would hit a roadblock because sometimes it feels like they really wanted to guide them in a specific way, and that didn't always translate. There we go. You really do start to struggle towards the end, but we're almost there. Alright, so came out on the other side. Now hopefully things don't get tangled in there, because we wanted to be able to snag. The whole purpose of having the two eyelets was to, at the very least, there we go. All right. The last bit is tough because, again, this is so tight. And as you just saw, I just flung the clip because it's so hard. Jeez. I'm going to need tools twice today. Look, I'll come back to this in a minute. Let's first get the basics done. Alright. So now, because the cable is so close, what we do is then, yeah, those clips have to factor into how we're going to get whatever it is that we're going to get done. Now I would prefer another secure mechanism, which maybe what I'll do is I'll do a knot at the end. So first we'll push one through the loop. Why does that not want to go through the loop? It's a struggle to get anything in today. Alright, we've got one through the loop. Let's see if we can get the other. Without too many headaches. And because the clip is off. Alright, so we've got these. Now, like I said, the best case scenario is just tie up the end. There are little teeth here. Would normally zoom into that, but there are little teeth that are in there that are probably stopping that from slipping out. But because I probably was tugging it with enough force, that did not help. So let me see if I can just quickly grab my tool, flatten that up a little bit, and then pop it back in. So, does this work? No, of course it does. You just saw it work, but, you know, sometimes things are not always as simple as they would like to make them to be. In this case, you know, you chose to sort of save an old pair of pants. You could easily go and buy a brand new one, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes it's not about money, it's about principle. Again, this set only costs like what, 12 bucks, 20 bucks, 12 bucks or 21 bucks. I'll check in a minute and I'll clarify. But considering that you've got an extra set of cables, we all have hoodies and things like that that mess around, and so sometimes what you don't want is to lose the drawstring and end up getting pissed off, you know, that you can't use your item the way that you're supposed to. Jeez, this little clip is a nuisance. Oh. This little clip is a nuisance. It's more of a nuisance than I expected it to be, because I just usually expected these things to be a bit more child-proof, I guess, or dumb-proof, but for whatever reason, sometimes, you know, they have more security than the things that you normally would expect to be a bit more secure. This actually has a lot more moving pieces to make sure you don't stuff up, but once it stuffs up on your end, you're screwed. So, okay, so it went all the way in. Again, that's what she said. So I'll have to push that all the way in. Now it's giving me more headaches. So I'll pop that open completely. Bust it open. And see. Look. Let me see if I can even add tweezers in there, because it seems like clearly I need just something additional just to get the final clips in there. And I'll take maybe some close photos to actually show what these clips look like, just to give you guys a better idea, and I'll splice them into the footage. I said normally I would have a secondary camera where you guys would be able to sort of get the other angle or two, because at the moment I probably should have just done a top-down style, but not always easy. Alright, so we have the option. Can I push? I'm gonna pull this, I'm gonna pull these little teeth, because these little teeth, the little teeth that are in there that are just really sharp, serrated or whatever they are, and they kind of stop anything from going further in there. Alright, so I'll push that down. Normally I would prefer these to be flat anyway. I don't know why they didn't come flat, but it's okay. I get it. It's not the end of the world. Alright. Okay. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't pop out again, because I'm going to force it to stick in there. Alright. So I flattened it out compared to maybe what the other one would look like, but it's because it needed to. I just needed to make sure that, you know, we get proper security in here, because geez, I just cannot trust it to handle it by itself. But okay, so we're in here, and I've added one of these. So to me, just to make sure that this doesn't happen again, I think I'll just make a little knot. And that way, we know that this won't pop out from that and create problems for us later. Because like I said, because of weight fluctuations, etc., oh, so this works. You just have to put the blunt end. And so what we have here is a case of, okay, so now you've got your pants, and you know, you've got enough drawstring there that if something ever happens anyway, I don't have to stretch that much, but if I needed to, these will keep those in check and stop it from stuffing itself up. And then obviously now you can control how tight you want things to be, and that helps as well in the long run. So you've got yourself a nice pair of pants. and you've brought them back to where they needed to be. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I'll take some photos after, and you guys will be able to see exactly how they work and what they look like, and then make heads or tails by yourselves as to whether that works. I'm very curious to see what this does, or if these are supposed to help push things into certain places. I'm not sure. Again, I'll attach some video. Maybe these are supposed to push these bits in. I'm not sure actually. So I'll look for some pictures on there and I'll attach those. But the threader works, and also, like I said, for this many pieces, which I think it's about 24, you've got, you know, your sky blues, which are going to be good if you've got some velours or whatever it is that you have, and they're roughly the same length. I think they said 20 something inches, or sorry, not 20 something, I think 30, I think 50 inches. I think I might be wrong, I might be right. Give me a second and I'll clarify that for you when I put it up, and I'll put the link up in there. But you've got, I'm guessing, like a royal navy or royal blue, purple, which is always a good color, one of my favorites personally. So I'm going to put those to the side. One doesn't have the silver tip, and I'm guessing that's something that fell out in transit. Again, these things happen because, again, quality control, it could be numerous number of factors. Again, I don't know if my camera itself will focus very hard to sort of manually control this when you're filming on the phone. This is why usually I don't like to do it with phones, but I get it, you know. But there you go. So maybe one of those fell in there somewhere. I'll be able to see them in a minute. If they did, maybe I'll do one up close and you guys will be able to see. So you've got like a neon lime green sort of thing happening. So I'll put those aside. So that, so far we're at 2, 4, 6, 8. Orange makes it 10. Grey, not all the shades of it, but again, a pin missing. So 12. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, we're at 12. We said white, straight up white, making that 14. Like a creamy off-white color, making that 16. Pink, making that 18. There you go. 20 with the red, and 22 with the yellow, and finally Jordan 23 plus the 24th one, which I've already put on, right? So for the most part everything came in there fairly intact. Like I said, 1 or 2 were missing the bits. I thought I would see the bits in there, but this is your wide spectrum of colors, which is a fair wide spectrum of colors, and you know, depending on whatever it is you're trying to fix around the house, old sweatpants and things that you still use that have drawstrings in them, small little bags, etc., you get the most out of those. But usually for things like hoods and whatnot, this is perfect for that. So yeah, like I said, in post I'll put a few pictures and things like that in there just to make sure. But like I said, sometimes a little bit finicky, but it does get the job done. So I'll say thumbs up to this, because again, I just wanted to get my old sweatpants in there. And like I said, I've lost a little bit of weight, etc. So, and the original cables have sort of gone off. The moment you wash things 50 times or so, expect certain materials and whatever to wear out. But this is great little investment, just like the little toolkit and everything else. These are things that you add maybe in your sewing kits and things like that, and sort of have them do their thing. You lose nothing, you save yourself a few bucks, and again, you're going to use this on 20 something items, so you're going to get a lot out of it. And if you need to order more, they've got a slightly smaller variation of the packet where it's just the drawstrings alone, and that's about $10. So that'll get you another 12 or I think 12 or 20 of just the strings alone. I'll clarify that, and I'll also attach that as well. But there you go. These are the pants. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys will like, subscribe, follow the other channels, and let's just continue poking along. Like I said, so far holiday season is about to finish, and like I said, it's a little bit off season. I'll be posting some older stuff as well as making some newer stuff as we go. A lot of unboxings. Some things need to be edited down, but this is a simpler, easier format for me, and for what this was, I ended up stretching it out a little bit longer. I expected this to be about 5 minutes, but it is what it is, and well worth it. So thank you very much for watching again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos on the Informed Consumer Network. And hopefully let's look out for that podcast and some more gameplay footage as well. Please like, subscribe, check out all those other channels, and catch you in the next one.